I was 14 years old and I was like, college is a scam.
I think the modern education system is nothing but an indoctrination machine. And then they use it to indoctrinate the youth. I think it's a waste of fucking time.
College and university today is the biggest scam and waste of time ever.
Is it a waste of time?
It's a waste of time, yeah. Just don't listen to your parents, you know?
There's no need even to have a college degree.
There's this huge debate going on right now on the internet where people, and especially influencers, are starting to encourage the idea of dropping out of college, do your own thing alone. On the other hand, we have our own parents and our own teachers and our own family guiding us into continuing our education and to pursue a college degree and advising us to go to college and to continue our learning process in order to find a job to provide for the expenses of our lives. But who should you really trust? Should you trust the financial gurus and influencers on Instagram and on different social media platforms encouraging the idea of dropping out, or should you trust your own teachers and your own parents and family? So in this video, I'm going to present the two different arguments in this huge debate going on right now, and I'm going to cover everything you need to know about the idea of dropping out of college, as well as the idea to continue your learning process and to pursue a college degree. And in the end, I'm going to provide my own opinion and what I think is the best to do, and also what I plan to do in my own life. So make sure to stick around and watch this whole video to the end to get the most value out of it. So with the rise of influencers and with the advancement of technology and with the diversity of ways of making money online, a lot of influencers that I personally watch, like Iman Gadji, Andrew Tate, Alex Hormozy, Patrick Bet-David, who are very successful and wealthy themselves, are encouraging the idea of dropping out of college and to start your own business alone. And they are encouraging you to pursue the path of dropping out of college and scaling up your own business. And that in order to achieve financial freedom and happiness. And they are judging that college isn't worth it after all, and the effort that you put in studying isn't gonna make you successful. And at first, it doesn't seem logical to drop out of college and to just give up on your education and to go astray. But when you think about it, the idea of not going to university starts to make sense and it starts to seem understandable. So let me explain. So first of all, what they are doing to you in college is they are conditioning you into being an employee and into becoming an employee with a miserable 9-to-5 lifestyle. And in addition to that, with an extremely average salary depending on the major you choose. Second thing, the people and the college professors teaching you in school are just actually talkers and they are not doers. And what that means is they don't have any real experience in the outer world, and all they do is just talk and teach you things that they learn by useless books, and they are just teaching you what they learned themselves from some useless book, things like math and physics that can be useful of course in some field of your life, but in the most part you won't use it and it will be useless. And they teach you a lot of things that you'll never use in your own life. Most of the time, if you're looking to get wealthy and successful, then math and geometry isn't the thing that will get you rich, and it isn't the thing that will make you earn money. And also, if you look at your teachers in college, you're gonna see that they own a miserable life and they are broke as fuck and they aren't satisfied with their current life. But if your own gym personal trainer is skinny or he's overweight and he's training you in order to become fit and muscular, then how you can trust him to become your own personal trainer if he hasn't done it himself? And same thing, if they are the ones teaching us and guiding us, and if they are so smart themselves, then why aren't they successful and why aren't they wealthy themselves? So how can you trust your business teacher if he doesn't own a successful business himself? What he's doing is teaching you things that he learned himself 50 years ago, like marketing strategies and equations that don't work anymore in the modern day. And the truth is, he doesn't know what he's talking about and he doesn't know what he is teaching because he doesn't have any real experience in this type of field, because he haven't been exposed to the real world and he haven't been exposed to the risks of starting a business, and because of that he can't teach you because he hasn't been through it himself. Because if you look at it, the university programs and courses have been set down a long time ago and they are about 100 years old if not more, and the things that they teach us are things that don't work anymore in the modern day. And that's because they rarely update their courses and they don't care about changing their programs to fit what works in the modern day. Because for example, in marketing, every single strategy in marketing can change from a day to day, because marketing strategies can change every single day and they can immediately change with the advancement of technology. And in that, the courses that have been set in our universities can be changed every single day and they are old as fuck, so they won't help you in any way. So everything that you learn in university, in business or computer science, except in some majors like maybe law or engineering or medical school, every single major except these few, a bunch of them are very old and they barely work in the modern day and in the world we live in. And marketing agencies have been complaining about the need to unlearn college graduates what they learned in their universities, and they are bragging about the need to making their employees forget what their universities taught them. And I want to point out that the idea to work your whole life under stress for 8 hours a day until you retire at 64 when your life is over and you're old as fuck and when you can't get a boner anymore in your fucking dick doesn't seem like a life that you want to choose. If you retire and you have Let's say you have some money when you're 64. What are you gonna do with that money? You're gonna become old and you're gonna barely even have the ability to walk, and you won't even use that money. So the idea of just chasing college just seems hopeless. And lastly, the cost of universities and the college's tuition fees are so expensive, and they are about $50,000 a year in some countries, and especially America. And this whole thing is gonna make you financially unstable your whole life. So these ideas are just a summary of the disadvantages of university and why you shouldn't go to them. But on the other hand, if you dropped out of college without a plan and without the right mindset, and if you're not willing to put the work and the effort needed, then you just end up broke anyways, and you're just gonna have a fucked up life either way. Also, university might be the right fit for you if you're looking to chase certain majors that you can't learn by yourself, like maybe being an engineer or being a doctor or being a lawyer or being a judge, and many things which are very good careers, that you need a degree in order to start them and in order to work in them. And if you're passionate and ambitious about being one of these three, then I say that university is the right fit for you. And also, if you're passionate enough, then when you become a doctor, like maybe opening up your own clinic as a doctor and getting financial freedom, either way you can achieve financial freedom if you're smart and if you know what to do. Also, I want to add that being an entrepreneur requires a lot of stress, and it requires a lot of pressure and effort that not so many people can handle, and it often requires a lot of risk taking, and it requires a lot of losses before you get your first win. So having a decent job as an employee might not be a bad choice for you to take in your own career. Also, if you're serious about the major that you choose, then you can probably achieve a peaceful life within 3 or 5 years from when you graduate from university. And yeah, in the end, what you're chasing is happiness. So make sure you do what you like, and make sure that whatever you do is under the decision of your own mind and under the decision of your own thinking, and not under the influence of some guy from social media that is telling you what to do. And make sure that your actions aren't making you stressed, but they are making you happy. So yeah, just make sure to do whatever you want, only if it's making you happy. So yeah, generally speaking, dropping out of college is a path some people take. And yeah, it might work for some people because what the influencers that you watch only show you the good side of things, like the money and the fame and the girls and the cars, but they don't show you the other side of their life and their miserable past and struggles to maintain the good picture of themselves as a rich guy, because they only show you the good side of things and you don't see the behind the scenes of their hard work. So if you have a plan and you're willing to put in the work to make this plan work, then you have the right to consider dropping out of college. But don't make the people that you watch on different social media platforms convince you that dropping out is the right path for everyone and that everyone should do it. Because in the end, university is a much safer option that works for everyone and it can help you lead a happy life. And lastly, I just want to point out that I'm no one, and I shouldn't tell you what to do because I actually haven't done it myself, and I'm just confused like everyone. But I just wanted to point out my opinion, and I think that university isn't the right place for you if you're into business and if you want to be rich. But you should definitely continue your learning process and to continue your education, because maybe that's gonna get you status, and that's gonna make your parents and your family happy with you, and they won't put the shame on you and your own family. In the meanwhile, even if you have something else planned in your mind because you can't drop out of college, make sure to just work on it while you're studying and while you're continuing your education, because you can't drop out of college if you don't have a backup plan that will protect you. And what I plan to do right now is I'm just gonna start first year of university, and I will definitely attend university, even though that I think it's a waste of time, and I partially think that it's a scam, but my university is public, so it doesn't cost that much money, and I won't fall into debt. But I won't drop out until I have something that will cover me in the long term. And the major that I'm gonna choose, hopefully, it will provide some useful information and the knowledge that will benefit me when I change my plan. And yeah, I think that you should do the same. Make sure to choose a major that will help you and that will give you some useful information and knowledge. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Remember, brothers, always take action. Peace.